Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the page. My name is Devonte. Um, all right. So my first show that I'm doing right now for reviews is The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 1. So, all right, let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. So, the show opens up with Sheree at Sheree's house, honestly. And Sheree and her boyfriend are there, and her boyfriend happens to be Martell Holt. If you don't know who Martell Holt is, he is still on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's on OWN, and they're currently quote unquote allegedly dating. I'm gonna give my own little piece how I feel about it because I don't really honestly believe they're dating. I don't. I feel like it's a scheme. I feel like it's an opportunity. But let's keep on going. Okay, so Sheree and Martell, they're just talking, everything like that. And Sheree is saying that Martell gives off BDE. I'm not saying what it is, but BDE. And it's better than the scam artist she had last season. So she's mm, mm. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. So they're talking and everything like that. And they're gossiping about Candy. And I don't understand in the life of me why are they gossiping about Miss Candy Yams? What did Candy do today? So Candy sat there and said that Martell is an opportunist. And I 100% believe that he's an opportunist because if you don't really know, watch Candy speak on it on her YouTube channel. She will actually give you the breakdown of why she said what she said. But to me, it makes sense. And is giving opportunities. But anyway, okay. So Martell's and Sheree are shading Candy left and right, and Sheree sat there and said that um what did Sheree say? What did Sheree say? Because she said something. She said something, and she said that Sheree sat there and said that Candy was going to be invited to a party, everything like that, because they all got invited to Ross's 40th birthday party, which is Sonya's husband. So Martell sat there and said that Candy said that I'm an opportunist, X, Y, and Z, so said that, but then sat there and said that your real opportunist is your husband. And I'm like, why are y'all throwing Todd in here? That make no daggone sense. But let's keep going. Then they're over here laughing at their height and saying they're 4'4", 4'5", 5.5, like making it seem like they're small with or without heels. And I'm like, y'all really over here doing the most. But anyway, let's keep going. So we are actually going into I think it is Sanya's package, either Sanya or Candy's package, but I think it was Candy's. So Candy's package came up, and Candy, Kenya, Manyetta, Don Juan, and Carmen. They're all at the factory, Candy Factory, and they're all just reminiscing, chilling, all that stuff. And um, what is it that when Kenya, Manyetta, and Candy went in the other room, they were talking, everything like that, and Candy was talking about her struggles being a mother, and now she has to prioritize other projects, and then also being a mother, and it's like she's toggling so many issues at once, and then also it's putting a hinder on her relationship with her husband, and it's just it looks like a lot for Candy, but then also Candy does all these projects. Let's be very clear. Candy does a bunch of projects, and what it is showing is that Candy is passionate about what she does, but you don't spend time with your kids. Like, girl, you got to spend time with your kids too. They're getting older. They're small, but they're getting bigger over time. So spend as much time as you can possibly with them. So okay, so now we get into a little bit more. So Kenya sat there said she's talking to some guy that Manetta um linked up for her and everything like that. So it's cute. It's real cute. The guy name is Roy. I don't know much about him, but his name is Roy, and he has a few businesses in Atlanta and all over the place. So it's looking like Kenya and him can be a little, power couple, a little cute. Okay. So we get into the mess of the mess. So Sheree's relationship is on everyone's mind. Let's be very clear. And Manyetta sat there and said that I've been hearing the streets. The streets been talking about her and Martell. And it was just real funny to see that Manyetta and Candy were just like, the streets talking to you too, girl? Yeah, girl. Okay, now, girl. Hey. That's what it got. It was like real cute. That was real cute. And Candy sat there and said that she heard that Martell was talking to someone else in Atlanta. And Kenya sat there and said that he kind of sort of slid in my DMs. And Candy was like, what? And my head like, what? And first of all, Candy was like, let me see the receipts. Hold on, before we jump the gun, let's see the receipts. And you know how you was like message someone on Instagram and it would show Instagram, but the problem is that it would only show like if you message someone, but you don't follow them or you don't know them, it'll go to your general. That's where it was. It was in her general messages, but in order to see the message, you have to hit accept. So she hit accept, but the problem was the message was deleted. So it makes it plain and clear that you try to do something. It wasn't in no good intentions because you sat there and you deleted the message. So if you deleted the message, it shows something. You get what I mean? Like if you delete the message on Instagram and you sent the message to somebody, but you delete it, it doesn't show you deleted the message. It just shows that it's a black box. Like nothing was there. It was meant to be something there, but you deleted the message. Okay. So now I think we're in Sonya or Marlo's package. So let's go to Sonya. Sonya's planning her 40th birthday party for Ross, her husband, and that's cute and all. But before we get into that, I think we were talking about her family dynamics. And let's be very clear, she has it's giving she has a whole village at her house. She has her husband, their son, then she have her parents, then she have her sister and her sister's husband, and then their 2 kids. So it's giving y'all have 3 kids. Y'all have 3 young kids living with y'all. You have, where is it? 6 adults? 6 adults in the house. 6 adults and 3 kids. That's too much. That's a 9-person 9-person house. You needed that, but it's giving that you got the space for it, but really you need your own space because I feel like Ross want to just let's be very clear. I'm just gonna be off script. Ross want to walk around here with his boxers on, want to approach his wife. Want like I know he want to be free. He don't want to be so what's the word? Not reserved, but it's a word. You don't want to be so much I think it is reserved. Reserved around your mother-in-law or your father-in-law or your sister-in-law or your brother-in-law. Like you don't want to be around, so you don't want to be so reserved around them and they're living with you. You want to have your own space because this is your castle, this is your home, you're the man of the house. So let's be very clear. Ross, I want you to tell them to get out. I mean, Sandra could say it, but she ain't gonna say it the way that I feel like Ross would say it. He's gonna put his foot down because this is his kingdom. But anyway, so I'm getting off script. But anyway, so Sandra's sister, I forgot her name. I think it's Shari. Shari sat there and said that Sandra really don't respect boundaries, and basically saying that she wants them to work around the clock around her schedule and everything like that, not really being considerate of everyone else. Which, okay, I get what you're saying, but this all could have been resolved if you all got your own place. I mean, granted, that right there would have nipped everything in the bud. You live with this woman. You live off of her income. This is what I believe. I feel like she do because there's no way in the world you live in Atlanta and there's no homes. There's no apartments, no houses, no condos, and it's only 3 kids and 2 adults. Let's be clear. Now I could understand Sanya's parents, but you are around I would say around the same age as Sanya or older. I don't really know how old y'all are, but you should be sitting here making sure you have yourself situated. Because let's be very clear. I understand times are hard, but you should be also saving up enough money to get what you want. And it shows to me that you don't really do that and you rely on Sanya, but then you get mad at Sanya for relying on you all to help her or to quote unquote benefit her. If it was such a big deal, why didn't you just leave? You could have just left. You don't really live there. Well, you live there, but you don't really live there. So, I mean, that all could have been resolved like that. But anyway, okay, so next we're going into Marlo's package, and Marlo is sitting here talking about her relationship is getting better with her nephew sons, which I'm so happy about. I'm happy that her relationship with her nephews are really getting better from last season because she threw them out. She literally sat there and said, "Y'all gotta go," and she was getting. Let's be very clear. She was getting eaten up on social media because she did that. And I feel like she learned her lesson. She really was like, I gotta redeem myself, I gotta do better. So she got a life coach and she's really taking the proper steps how to sit there and be a mom. And like, even though she like these are her nephews. These are her nephews. But they live with her. So Muncie, and she has to learn how to be a Muncie. She's trying to apply chips and she's trying to apply the skills, the knowledge, the resources, everything like that. But yeah, I feel like that's that. I feel like Marlo's on a good path. Hopefully, she stay on this good path all season. Because let's be very clear, last season she was just attacking, and it's just like, ma'am, bring it back down to 5 before you go up to 14, because I could bring you back down to earth, for real. So okay, we get into I think we're going back to Sheree. Yeah, we're going back to Sheree. And her, Sonya, and Sheree's friend, which is friend of the show, Courtney, all meet up at her house. They're all working out and everything like that. But I think it was Sheree sitting here wearing her She by Sheree outfits. Let's be clear, I'm happy that Sheree got her clothing line out. But, and I said clothing line, not clothing brand, clothing line. However, girl, your prices are pricey. Like your price is going up to like $200, $100. Your stuff not that bad, but it's not. It don't need to be that daggone expensive. You gotta think of your competitors. Let's be very clear. Your competitors is definitely giving Fashion Nova, and Fashion Nova is selling out like that, and they don't even charge that much. Girl, you just started this. First of all, you just started. You've been had these ideas, but you just started like e-commerce. That's what you're doing. You're doing e-commerce. Ain't like you're selling it from your house, but you're doing e-commerce. You got suppliers and all that stuff, but you have not put it out there until what, last year? So, ma'am, your prices should not be that high. That's all I'm saying. Your prices should not be that high. I'm a clothing brand artist, my damn self. I have my own clothing brand. I have my own line. I have my own collection, but my stuff is nowhere near $100. Like the lowest you're going to get with my stuff would have to be honestly 70 bucks. That's the lowest. Oh, my bad. Not the lowest, the highest. The highest is 70 bucks. Maybe 75. I really would say 70 to 75. But the lowest would honestly be maybe around $5, $9. That's the lowest. And it's like for small things. But for apparel, it should not be no $100. Like, no ma'am. But they're all over here talking and showing everything like that. And Courtney is saying some things about Candy. Well, about Candy, and it is troubling because again, I'm not a stan on nobody. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not a stan on nobody. I'm just saying how it is. So to hear that Courtney is saying she has an issue with Candy because they have a mutual friend, and this mutual friend is saying that Candy said that she's friends with Courtney or is trying to get information about Courtney, like stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, but did you talk to Candy about this to confirm or deny these claims? No, it looked like she hasn't, because you'll find out towards the end of the episode. But anyway, so they're talking and everything like that, and Courtney saying she has an issue with Candy, and it's giving that you're just doing teen too much. And the way you looked in this, your outfit didn't look like bad, but it didn't look like something that I would actually be like, would be so pressed about. I really wouldn't. But anyway, Courtney, you are a jewelry artist. I say jewelry artist because you marketed your stuff, your jewelry, your accessories, and then you're also a marketing consultant. So it's like, okay, you got money, but you don't need to be doing like you got it all or acting like you got it all. Like, ma'am, calm down. But anyway, okay, so we flash forward, or better, before we flash forward, Sheree sat there was saying in that scene that the only time Candy doesn't talk about anything or her is when she's eating or has it in her mouth. And I'm like, Sheree, that was low down and dirty. That was low down. Why would you say that? See, that's my thing. So if Candy go off on y'all because y'all said this, she's wrong. But if y'all sit there and y'all shade her left and right and she don't reply, or if she do reply, y'all not wrong because y'all started this. Y'all really trying to activate Candy this season. Let's be very clear. Once Candy's activated, she is not going to be deactivated. She's going to be activated and cook y'all. She's going to cook y'all. Point blank in the period. But anyway, okay. We're going to, I believe it's Marlo's scene again. And Marlo's talking about these spoofs that Candy is doing and everything. And I think she did one with Marlo. She did one with Sheree because of last year's reunion. Sheree, baby, you are a forgetful piece of work. Okay? Ma'am, how you forget left and right? It don't make no daggone sense. Make it make sense. Also flash backwards. Rewind. Flash backwards. Rewind. So Candy sat there and said something that was so interesting to me. Candy sat there and said that she tried to help Sheree with her clothing website, but she didn't want no help. She didn't want to, quote unquote, pay for anything. And it shows because her website was down. Now, let's be very clear. I have a clothing brand. I have a clothing store. I have items, all this stuff. I do print on demand. However, you, as a business owner, if your clothing brand site is down, you need to sit there and advertise and say that, hey, my site is down for such and such reasons. It'll be back shortly. However, you coming back shortly, we can go on your website and sign up. Ma'am, no. It looked bad. And then the items you were selling, one was too expensive, and B, you got pictures from Shein or Shein. I'm gonna say Shein. You got items from Shein and just slap your logo on there. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with that, but if that's the only thing you got on there, you need more items. Where are the rest of your items? This is last year, during last year's finale episode to the reunion. Her website was down throughout that whole duration. That made no sense to me. Like, come on, Sheree. Let's get it together. But Candy offered you help and you didn't want to take it. That to me is, I mean, she's entitled to her opinion if she don't want to help. I mean, if she don't want no help. But at the same time, you don't know this industry like that. You literally, Candy knows, honestly, she knows social media better than you and your team do. Because if y'all did know, y'all would have been advertising She by Sheree every damn day, and then the website is already up and running. You would have gotten that. But ma'am, the website down, you ain't advertise it. The Instagram not even built up. All you got is a cute little background. That's it. Ma'am, no, ma'am. It's giving trash. It's giving trash. It's giving no, ma'am. But okay. So let's go right back. So Marlo's talking about the spoofs that Candy is doing with her and Sheree, and Marlo sat there and said that what Candy's doing is better. What she's doing with these is a lot better than what she's doing on Broadway. And I'm like, why are y'all shooting for Candy so much? Like, is it because she was on y'all next last season because she really cooked y'all? Or y'all and y'all were embarrassed? Y'all embarrassed because Candy spoke the truth, or because you all couldn't take it. I'm confused because it looked like y'all couldn't take it and y'all were mad because Candy spoke the truth. That's what it's giving. Anyway, Marlo said they were funny, so I could be like, okay, Marlo said they were funny, so I'm not really caring about that. So next, we're at the venue for Ross's 40th birthday, and Sonya and her mom are like looking at the place and everything like that. And Sonya said she spent $100,000 on this party. Ma'am, the party is cute. Like a lot of party venue, everything that all looks cute. But ma'am, you did not spend $100,000 on a damn venue. It looked. I feel like you may have spent maybe. I don't know how it may have worked, but I'm going to say you might have spent between $10,000 to maybe $20,000 on the party, maybe. Or no, I'm not. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt with that. But honestly, I might have said you might have only spent like maybe $5,000 on this party, 5,000 to maybe 3,000 on this party. That's how I feel. I don't think you really spent that much because I didn't look. It didn't look like you had food. I don't think you had food. It looked like a casino slash The Great Gatsby. That was really the theme, and it looked nice. It really looked nice. So let's fast forward to the event. Oh, but before we go to the event, let's go to Candy's segment real quick. And it's going to touch on the simple thing that I said earlier is that Candy and Todd's relationship this season is going to be heavily spoken about, but also it's going to be very much difficult to basically be like Candy and Todd got to figure out life, work, family balance. Like if Candy's working, Todd is with the family. If Todd is working, Candy's with the family. It's never that they both are really. I'm not gonna say consistent. I don't want to say that, but it's never like they both are really. I don't want to say there, but they're there, but they're not there. You get what I mean? And I know how it feels from a child perspective that you're there, but you're not there. Like you're listening, but you're not really listening. That's what I would get. So I do believe that that's going to really be heavily talked about. They're going to really have to really pull their weight, both of them, if they really want to spend time with their kids and also still have time for their own businesses. But yet again, I feel like Candy needs to pull back. I do feel like that because she got all these businesses going on. And I feel like you could pull back some. You don't got to really do all this work. But yet again, I don't understand how y'all have all these projects and don't have this team. Or if you have the team could do some of the heavy lifting. Like the big heavy lifting, the team could be doing. You, on the other hand, all you got to say is yes, no, maybe, good, not bad. That's all you got to say. You don't have to really physically be there. But again, I don't really know what's going on in their head. So I could be like, I could be saying this, but they could sit there and be like, I want to do it my way. And the way I want to do it is the way I want to do it, which is perfectly fine. But it's just my opinion. I mean, just how I would do it is that I don't have a team to do my clothing brand, but if I did, I would let them do something, and I would still be doing something, but not as much. To an extent where I'm neglecting my personal life at the same time. So okay, now we're at the event, and like I said, the event is cute, is everything like that. Great Gatsby meets the casino. That's what it's giving, and what is it? The girls the ladies arrive, and Kenya, Manetta, Candy are all like, this is a cute, like, they were like, this is a cute event. They were like saying this is a cute event and everything like that. Candy sat there and said that this isn't Candy Bird's party, but she's leveling up. So it's looking like something. So that's good. Trying to remember what else happened. It was a scene at that same location with dang, I can't remember it. Dang. It was before Martell walked in. Oh, Drew's husband. Well, ex-husband, Ralph. All right. Mr. Ralph Walnut Peanut Pittman. Where's your wife? This is the Real Housewives. Housewives. Wives. Why are you here? Like, you're here and you're saying that your wife is dealing with some stuff in the house or family, and you are not here. I mean, you are not there, and you're here. And your reason on being here is because you want to be with your boys. Drew, divorce this man. Harpo, who is this? Who is this man? Who is this? What is this? This is trash. Ralph, baby, I'm not married, but I damn near would not be at no damn event for no damn friend because they wanted me to be there. I would sit there and be with my wife or be with my husband and be with them regardless. I'm not gonna sit there and be with hang out with my boys if my family is not situated. If my family's going through something right now, I'm gonna be with them. I'm gonna support them. That's your role. So you jacked up with that. That's making me look at you real side-eyeing you. I'm side-eyeing you. So okay. So they all arrive. Everyone's arrived and everything like that. The guests arrive. They all look good and everything like that. Martell arrives with Sheree on his arm, and I'm like, Sheree, you cannot be serious. It's really giving. Y'all are really pushing this scamiana, opportuniana situation. It's really giving that y'all really only doing this because y'all want a storyline. And I feel like Sheree, you want to redeem yourself because last season, because you got embarrassed on national TV by Tyrone, and I feel like you being embarrassed by Tyrone is the reason why you're acting like this. It's the reason why I feel personally, I feel like you need a man to have a storyline. A man should not make you. A man should not make you. It shouldn't. He should not make you. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, put it down there. If you know what I mean. A man should not make you. A man can help you on certain things, but a man will not make you, and he should not make you. You make yourself, whether you need the man or not, whether you want the man or not. If you want Martell, if you like Martell, cool. But it's giving a new energy, and it's giving like this man is making you. And if he up and leave you, then he ain't make you no more. He took you with him. It's giving that. It's giving like you need a man to make you, not really make you happy, but to make you happy, technically. Like a man should not have to provide. A man should not be your only source of happiness. You are your only source of happiness. Let's be very clear. Your friendships are your only source of happiness. Your business is your only source of happiness. But you bringing this man around. First of all, you brought the man who is all over social media and has children with two different women, one being his ex-wife and one being the I don't know his relationship with this woman. I don't know. I think side chick. I don't think that's the right term, but or side piece, or I don't know. I don't know the term, but you sitting here, you got children by two different women. Why are you over here acting as if you could sit and bring around to this the mess? It's giving circus. It's giving Universal Circus. That's what it's giving. It's giving clowns. It's giving it. It's getting Pennywise, ma'am. But okay, so now Sheree and Kenya and Manyetta, they have their own little conversation, and then also at the same time, Sonya, Courtney, and Candy have their own little conversation. Now I'm gonna go with Candy first. Well, no, I'll go with Sheree first. Have that whole conversation first because they both really ended off cliffhangers. So Kenya or what Manyetta sit there talking about how, like, I've been here in the streets, girl. Like, I just want to know, are you good? Is this for real? And Sheree, I'm gonna be honest, you very much need to go. You're being very dismissive. Like you're not listening. You're saying, oh, so Manyetta now want to have a voice. Girl, a voice. Where was your voice at the reunion? She's doing more talking than you did at the reunion. You doing all the ma'am, you stuttering over your damn words. Manyetta over here speaking facts to make sure you good. Because let's be very clear, we saw you go down bad last season. So to see that you are not really learning from your mistakes and you're not listening is making me really question this relationship. So that's how I feel. But Kenya sat there and said that she got a DM from Sheree's so-called man, Martell, and Sheree's like, let me see a DM. Let me see a DM. And it's really giving that you are really just being so dismissive. You're not really listening. That's just how I feel. It feels like you're being dismissive, and your friends are really trying to help you and be there for you because they don't want you to be down in the dumps again. They saw how you were last season. They don't want to see it again. But because it's coming from Kenya, because it's coming from Candy, you feel as if it's a problem. But if it came from Sonya or Courtney or Marlo, you'll be listening. I see you, Sheree. I see right through you. Okay. So, so okay. So before we go to more into that scene, we're gonna go to Candy. So the whole Candy thing. So Courtney and Candy having a conversation, and Courtney came in. Okay, all sweetness, all this stuff. Okay, bubblegum and sun drops and candy, all that stuff. That's what it was giving little girl tease. And I was confused with why Courtney felt she needed to address it with Candy, because the way that the conversation was basically going, give you a short end of the story, none of them knew each other. Plain and clear. Someone in one of the parties said that Courtney knew Candy, or Candy knew Courtney, or trying to be friends with Courtney, or trying to find information about Courtney. Something about Courtney and Candy, okay? Candy is denying it. Courtney's somewhat denying it, but Candy's like, she don't know who Courtney is. She don't know her. So Courtney, if you both sat there and said we don't know each other, X, Y, and Z, why are we still bantering and badgering about the whole situation? Make it make sense. But okay, so Courtney is her energy was crazy. To be honest, her energy is coming crazy, and Candy, like, you need to like pipe down, like, what's all the extra energy? Like, where's all this energy coming from? I don't know you, you don't know me. So where's all this energy coming from? And I'll be right with Candy too. Where's all the energy come from? I don't know you. We don't know each other. Why are we still going back and forth? So Sonya right there, and she's saying that, okay. So Courtney, I do feel like your energy is a little crazy. You're really coming out wrong. We had a conversation, and I feel like you need to like apologize for how you coming at her. And Candy, like, you had a conversation with this girl and you ain't tell me. And it's really giving that y'all really are, some of y'all aren't really friends, some of y'all are. But I personally feel like Candy in this whole Courtney situation, trash. It's not really much to it, but it's giving that Courtney is really trying to try so hard and come at the last veteran, the remaining, well, Candy's not an OG, but she's an OG. Okay, she's been there since season 2. She's the longest standing housewife. Outside of her, then you got Sheree. Don't really count because Sheree been going back and forth. Sheree's an OG, but she don't really count. That girl's a flop. Then you got Kenya after her. So it's giving that yeah, there's no loyalty. Anyway, so Courtney apologizes to Candy how she was coming at her, and like I thought it was good. They were all good. And then Courtney sat there with saying some things, some slick things out the mouth, like, you know, those slick things you would say around your parents, and you would think they wouldn't hear it, and they was like, "Here you go, we're gonna get pop you right in the face because you're talking about it." That's the energy that Courtney was giving, and Candy wanted to pop the heck out that girl because she was really sitting here saying some slick stuff continuously after they just apologized to each other, and they were all cool. Why are we still going? Why are we still going? It makes no sense. That's why I'm saying this girl is trying too damn hard to be the it girl, where you are the bottom feeder. You are the bottom of the barrel. That's where you belong, Miss Courtney. Miss Courtney, get some brand deals or get some people to market for you. Then you can have some business at the table. But right now, you're at the little girl table. You at the little girl, little kid table. You over there because you're doing too much. All this could have been resolved if you just had a conversation privately with Candy. Even if you didn't have a conversation with Candy, period, you could have been like, you could have reached out to her on Instagram. Y'all got Instagram. We all got phones. I need make it make sense, please. But Courtney coming real crazy at Candy and saying she's saying some stuff and Candy saying some stuff and Candy literally said, I'm about to head, but woo. When Candy said that, I was like, ooh, Candy's out. Redhead Candy is out for vengeance, out for blood. Then we see the scene with Sheree finishing up that scene, and Sheree's like, okay, so let's bring him over here and let's hear from him. And Kenya was like, Kenya, girl, I know you didn't want to start no mess. I know you didn't want to start no mess, but baby, Martell started this, and you're about to finish it, bitch. You're about to finish it. You are about to finish it, like. Yes. So it ends off with a cliffhanger with Martell walking over and about to figure out what's the whole issue is. The way Sheree that finger movement, like, come here now. Like when you talk to your kid, like, come here right now, because I know you did something bad. So I'm like, next week episode about to be juicy, just like a peach. Y'all, that's really all I got. This is my first review of this show. I watched this show pretty much every single season. I'll try to, but this season I'm going to give it a try to actually review the show, because so far, right now, it's really giving like they got the numbers. They got the numbers. Like this was a cute episode, a very cute episode. I'm gonna give it out of 10. I would honestly give the season premiere. It's giving a 9.5, a 10. It's really giving 9.5 because it's really making me feel like we're still leveling up, but we still getting to know these characters. Like we're still getting to know Sonya, we're still getting to know Monyetta, and now we got Courtney in the mix. So it's like, okay, it's giving something. But I will review this episode, the next week's episode next week. Until then, make sure you guys like, I can't speak. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see y'all next week.